What's up, guys? This is Chris from DraftDashboard.com.
Here are my DFS picks for NFL Week 1. Top DFS picks. Week 4.
These picks apply for DraftKings and FanDuel. Before I get started, please drop a like on this video and hit that red subscribe button
And hit that bell icon
so you don't miss our new videos.
In this video, I'm going to go over my top picks for this week's NFL slate. And if you stick around to the very end of this video, we'll use the Draft Dashboard tools to make a DFS lineup using the picks we just made. Oh, and good news, guys. Make sure to stay tuned to the very end of this video because we removed the box that was popping up and blocking the lineup. So now you can see a full lineup using these picks that we made in this video if you stay to the very end. Okay, guys, NFL Week 4. Let's take a look at the quarterback position. One of my top DFS picks for NFL Week 4 at the quarterback position is Jalen Hurts from the Philadelphia Eagles playing the Kansas City Chiefs, who have the third worst defense overall, and they give up the second most fantasy points to opposing quarterbacks. Jalen Hurts has averaged 25.4 fantasy points per game on the season, and he's getting an average of 8.7 rush attempts per game. So I love that rushing floor, and he's projected at 22.8 fantasy points here in Week 4. He's $6,900 DraftKings salary and $1,000 more on FanDuel. I also like this pick because Vegas thinks this is going to be a high-scoring game. 54.5 points scored in this game, with the Eagles trailing by 7.5. So it should be a passing game script in a fantastic matchup in a high-scoring game with a guy that's rushing almost 9 times a game. So lots of fantasy opportunity here. So I like Jalen Hurts here versus the Kansas City Chiefs.
Before I continue with the picks, I'm excited today because we added a new contest for everyone watching.
If you want to enter the drawing for $25 PayPal,
all you need to do is like this video, hit that subscribe button, and make a quick comment below to be entered into the drawing. We'll reply to a random comment and let you know that you won.
And we'll send you $25 PayPal.
So it's that easy, and we pick a new winner every Saturday and announce them in our video. So get your comment in now so I can add another entry for you.
Okay, let's take a look at the running back position. My top DFS pick at the running back position for NFL Week 4 is Nick Chubb from the Cleveland Browns playing the Minnesota Vikings, who have the third worst defense overall and they're middle of the pack defending opposing running backs. Nick Chubb has averaged 16.1 fantasy points per game on the season, getting an average of 16 rush attempts per game and 1 pass target per game. Now, he only scored 8 fantasy points last week, but he had 22 rush attempts. So he's projected at 16.9 fantasy points here in Week 4, and he's $7,000 DraftKings salary and $1,000 more on FanDuel. And Vegas thinks there's going to be 53 points scored in this game, with the Browns favored by 2. So I like that he got 22 rush attempts last week, even though it didn't translate into a lot of fantasy points. I think he has a huge bounce back week here in Week 4. So I like Nick Chubb here versus the Minnesota Vikings.
Real quick, guys, I got great news. For a limited time, we're offering a full 30-day trial to Draft Dashboard. You can try all the tools for NFL. NBA is right around the corner. This is a great time to get in and try everything for 1 month. The tools are all about saving research time. You can see the last 3 games, the fantasy points per game, the targets they got per game, so you can see how involved they are in the offense, the rushes they got per game. Seeing all this stuff on one screen helps you save time and make better picks. Oh, and if you're tired of doing research every day, we just added a cheat sheet that shows hand-picked plays for the slate. No confusing stat lines, no headaches, just a simple cheat sheet that shows the absolute best players for your lineups.
Okay, let's take a look at the wide receiver position. My top DFS pick at the wide receiver position for NFL Week 4 is Calvin Ridley
from the Atlanta Falcons playing the Washington football team, who have the worst defense overall, and they give up the third most fantasy points to opposing wide receivers. Calvin Ridley has averaged 14.5 fantasy points per game on the season, getting an average of 9.7 pass targets per game. And he's on the field for 87% of the snaps, projected at 18 fantasy points here in week 4. He's $7,000 DraftKings salary and only $200 more on FanDuel. So I like that FanDuel price. And Vegas thinks there's going to be 48.5 points scored in this game, with the Falcons trailing by 1.5. So you got a close, competitive game and a fantastic matchup, and a guy that's getting just about 10 targets a game. So I like Calvin Ridley here versus the Washington football team. Okay, moving on to the tight end position. My top DFS pick at the tight end position for NFL Week 4 is George Kittle from the San Francisco 49ers playing the Seattle Seahawks, who have the 5th worst defense overall, and they're middle of the pack defending opposing tight ends. George Kittle has averaged 11.5 fantasy points per game on the season, getting an average of 6 pass targets per game. Now I like this pick because he's been on the field for 98% of the snaps, and he got 9 pass targets last week, scored 17 fantasy points, and he's projected at 13.7 fantasy points here in week 4. And he's only $5,900 DraftKings salary and $800 more on FanDuel. Vegas thinks there's going to be 52 points scored in this game, with the 49ers favored by 2.5. So I like George Kittle here versus the Seattle Seahawks.
If you want to try all these daily fantasy tools for yourself, click the link in the description below this video, or just go to draftdashboard.com. You can use our DFS lineup optimizer to build quality lineups using our picks and your own custom player pool. Click the link in the description below this video and try all these daily fantasy tools right now. Thanks so much for watching. Oh, and don't forget to subscribe to this channel and hit that bell icon so you can get instant updates whenever we post a new video.
Thank you so much for watching, everyone. If you enjoyed this video, please smiggity smash that like button and subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Oh, and please comment below with your favorite player for this NBA slate. I love to hear what you guys have to think. Thanks again, and good luck.